Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode we declared war on the Ptolemaics again, and they just kind of gave up and gave us a bunch of territory. So we're very delighted about that, of course. So we've got some shiny new territory out over this way. We've got this city here, which looks like it is fully queued up for right now. And everything over here should be pretty much done as well. So we probably need to get some city work going up this way, is what I'm thinking. But that's going to be a little bit yet, because we need to get some money going. So that is fine. So this is still the Ptolemaic revolt out over here. Sure. That definitely is going to need some work. Any colonizable provinces yet? No, is the answer. That's fine. So we are capped on our research efficiency, and that is deeply, deeply unsurprising at this point. We're working our way down to cohorts, and we will get there eventually. We will definitely get there eventually. 2 additional technologies before we get that. So we do have the Civil War brewing, allegedly. I think we actually just need to recalculate that, but we've not had anything pop up to recalculate it with yet. I'm going to keep this here for now. I don't really want to bribe this guy. The governor of Syria died. Perfect. That will recalculate it. There we go. No problem. So that is absolutely magnificent. And we're making money at this point, so that looks great. So this is a city here. We actually missed a little bit of road here. Noted. I'm going to move this army up. We're going to go fix that. Okay, so go ahead and embark, and we're going to sail right on up over, well, we lack access here. Oh, that's still the Ptolemaic revolt. Never mind. I'm colorblind. I can't see the difference here. It's fine. We're going to get these guys back onto drill. That's absolutely wonderful. So this city is not ours. This city, however, is. And this produces dyes. We currently have a foundry here. And, I mean, that's noble happiness. I think we're just going to make this into a slave city. We don't really need to do any research here. So, no nobles, we're going to build mills instead. And of course, we're going to need some additional gold. We've got freeman districts, and we've got forums. That's okay. I don't mind that. Same with the Great Temple, and this one level of port. I don't mind that either. Let's just get a couple of slave traders going in here for now. Cool. So that looks good, and I want to make sure that we don't have any additional mines or farming settlements that we can build. We'll do that on this next month tick. We do have a farming settlement. Okay, we'll build this one farming settlement in Bana. Sounds good. So that is absolutely wonderful, and we're just kind of waiting for the dust to settle on this whole Ptolemaic issue. There's a big Ptolemaic issue. But we'll see what it ends up looking like. Like Napata down here. Are they at war? They're not. We could definitely come annex that. Hang on. Hang on. We already do have a source of iron down here, which is, of course, very useful. We knew we had a source of iron because we have heavy infantry, but the interesting thing here is we could potentially cut off the Ptolemaics from iron by taking this section of iron here, and then going back into political map mode here. Yeah. So there's this iron here, which is currently controlled by, I believe, us. Yeah. So I think that the only source of iron that the Ptolemaics have right now is this. They can trade for it, of course, but that's significant if we could take that. Now, that is not currently controlled by Napata. That's controlled by the Ptolemaic revolt. So we'd have to directly fight the Ptolemaic revolt, and we shouldn't be truced with them. They're in an alliance with Macedon. Fascinating. Okay, I'm going to sail our navy around to here. It's an interesting option. We're going to keep an eye on the situation. We may attack Napata, we may attack Ptolemaic revolt. We may attack both. I kind of want to carve up the Ptolemaics here. We are at 37.75 AE at this moment, so that is definitely something to be considering. as we're planning to do this. So I want to build a slave trader here, and on this month tick, we'll get another one. There we go. That's now capped out. And let's start bringing our armies southward. So we're going to have to move these one at a time. That's understood. Okay. And downward we go here. So our navy is too small. We definitely need to bump up the size of our navy. And that's absolutely understood. I'd also like to bump up the quality of our navy. So we can't actually hop into port here. We're going to have to hop into port down here. To be clear, we could also attack Upper Egypt here. That would not be a problem for us. Is Upper Egypt at war? They are not. Okay. So our main limiting factor here is going to be aggressive expansion. That's noted. That is coming down nicely. So that is fine for right now. I do want to get a tavern going here, and that maxes out this city for the time being. So that seems good for the moment. So, what are we thinking about? Attacking Upper Egypt would be interesting, for sure. Because that would allow us to come in over here, right? And take this on. We'd be able to take Memphis and everything we were planning to take here, kick them out of this region, and then we can take a look at what else we've got going on. So I'm bringing this army down south, while these guys are going to relocate around over here. That's the Ptolemaic kingdom over there. That's fine. I want these guys to march northward up here. Now, do we have a CB? We do not. So we absolutely need to get one right now. We'll fabricate a claim on the province of Mios Hormos, I guess. So that would be this province. There are 2 provinces here. We're looking to take at least 3, ideally 4, maybe more. And Upper Egypt is allied with both of these, right? We'll see what this ends up looking like. It's going to be a lot of aggressive expansion, I feel like. But who's going to stop us? Valid question there, I think. Who exactly is going to stop us? So we're on our way up here. The main issue is we do have provincial rebellions. Gash is a major one. Let's go ahead and do a harsh treatment here to get rid of that. A lot of these provinces are declining in loyalty, but they're a long ways away yet. We can lose 15 political influence for 10 loyalty. That's okay. So that seems fine. I want to come up over this direction. There's a bunch of cities right in a row here. We produce hemp here. So I think that obviously we build a foundry and a mill. That seems fine. Okay. So our armies are in position as of right now, but we need this claim fabrication to be done. I should have started this a while ago. So that's absolutely noted. This is Ptolemaic revolt all up throughout here. So the Ptolemaic kingdom is, I think, winning against the Ptolemaic revolt. I think. It's a little hard to tell. So we've got Farfara, Upper Egypt, and Tabanesi that we're going to be fighting here. Tabanesi we're not too interested in. We might vassalize them. We'll see what we've got for aggressive expansion. Keep in mind, we are losing aggressive expansion reasonably quickly. We need a civic researcher. This guy will do. Okay, I'm going to have these guys be sitting and drilling for the moment, since we know it'll be a little bit before this is ready to go. That's going to be another, like, year and a half. So that seems relatively okay. This guy is a powerful general in command of a great number of loyal troops. He has issued a demand, and he wants military service. I'm going to take the stability hit here, actually. He's going to lose some loyalty, which is, of course, a problem. That is this guy. Yeah. So he's down to 34 loyalty. I'm now going to bribe him. And he's going to remain loyal. So that seems good. We did lose a little stability there, which is fine. I'm going to, I'm thinking about a divine sacrifice. Our political influence is low right now, and that's understood. Minus 20% due to disloyalty of consort? Oh my. Okay, so I'm going to perform the divine sacrifice, and we should probably take a look at what's going on with our consort. So that is this lady. She is our wicked consort. Okay. We're going to bribe her too. So she is now loyal, and that should, yeah, that's better. It's not great, but it is better. We may want to start working on becoming friends with her. That would be a good thing to do too. So let's definitely work on that. But that's going to boost up our political influence gains by a significant amount. And she is seeking a particular government office. Can she even hold a government office? Apparently. Well, we're in negative political influence right now. And, yeah, she can't hold that. Okay. That's interesting. I'm surprised it let us do that. I mean, we're negative political influence, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that right now. So that seems okay for the moment. We are definitely going to look to annex Upper Egypt, and are we going to look to annex the entirety of Upper Egypt? The answer to that is definitely probably. Let's build a couple more mills here, and let's get rid of the noble district. I am going to be interested in putting in some slave traders. There we go. That's going to max out that city for now. And we did successfully become friends with our consulate, so that is good. Not parent of primary heir. Okay. So that's the primary issue, huh? Is this our current ruler? Hang on. I know it's in here somewhere. Government. Okay. This is our current ruler. So he's only got this one child. That's interesting. Not parent to primary heir, but she sure looks like... Ah, okay. I see what's going on here. Yeah. That's her parent. So, this is interesting to me because I think the problem here is the primary heir, we don't have a male child. That's the issue. Noted. Well, we'll see if that changes. I'm not too concerned about that. For right now, it seems like that's probably going to be a thing. So here we produce cloth. That's fine. We probably don't need to have some of these buildings. Let's just put in some mills for the moment. Okay, so we're at 45% on this Upper Egypt thing right now. Okay, so we have a slave rebellion happening. A town commons or a villa estate? I don't really care. That rebellion will be crushed. We just so happen to be right here. So this is not a problem at all. We're going to hop right over here, fight them there. They're going to get stack wiped. Actually, they didn't get stack wiped, remarkably. Okay, the Hyrcanid troops are mobilizing. Whatever. I'm not too concerned about that one, to be honest. Let's chase down this slave rebellion. There we go. So now the slave rebellion is eliminated, and we're going to come back on down over here. We're no longer importing iron. Okay. We do have a colonizable province, which we should definitely colonize. Excellent. That'll get finished up soon enough. And we're just waiting on this claim fabrication at this point. So that seems good. Attacking Upper Egypt is, of course, going to be not particularly difficult, I don't think. So we are interested in a number of states there. This guy is now proud. Okay. Sounds fine. And our aggressive expansion is, of course, continuing to drop. This guy was killed in a freak accident. We do have 3 scorned families right now, and we should probably consider doing something about that. This is still 3 scorned families. So that's a concern. we may want to consider hopping in here and seeing if any of them are... Well, we don't have to actually have this guy be leading anything. So we can do that, and now we're down to 2 scorned families. So that's something, anyway. So cohorts are going to be done soon enough. That's going to be completed in about 5 years? About 5 years. Okay, that's going to take a bit. But that's absolutely understood and completely and totally fine. I'm really, really not too concerned about that. We're about to be positive in our influence now, so that looks excellent. And we can see our political influence has definitely improved by like 50% almost. Not quite 50%, like 35 or 40%. It's a huge swing. So that is great. We're very, very happy to see that. I do want to spend additional money up over this direction, of course, and the Great Temple here is fine, but I'm going to get rid of the Court of Laws, and we're going to put in some slave traders here, as well as a tavern. Okay, this here, again, almost certainly we're going to make this into a slave city. So let's get started on that. A scandal? Very rude. It's none of our business. Okay. So we're at 75% on our claim fabrication on Upper Egypt. But yeah, this is a really good opportunity for us to just carve apart the Ptolemaic kingdom and just take them one chunk at a time. I want to annex the whole thing. So that'll be wonderful. We're going to need to save up political influence to make additional claims. But starting with Upper Egypt, and that'll get us Farfara and Tabanasi. And then we're going to be interested in Napata or the Ptolemaic Revolt down over here. We'll see what that ends up looking like. The actual Ptolemaic Kingdom up over this way, I mean, they're still fighting up over here. They are in dire states at this point. No doubt about that. So we're continuing to build these slave cities up. That's fine. Our income is definitely rising. No doubt about that. And I'd like to build another one here. Yeah, one more beyond this. And then the city will be full for the moment. So that looks fine. Our Upper Egypt diplomacy is almost completed. That'll be done in March. So only a couple more month ticks here. Looks good. So we're just continuing to develop these newly acquired cities up over here. It's going to take some time, no doubt about that. The Ptolemaics didn't do a very good job of administering those cities, in my opinion. But that's fine for the moment. Okay, we get a civic perk, and sure, we'll get some national population growth. Speaking of which, what is our national population right now? We have 9,431 pops at this moment. Compare that to the Roman Empire, who currently has 8,870. We have more pops than the Roman Empire. Let's compare that to China. Okay, they have more pops than we do, but only by 1,000. That's not bad. We're going to continue to get more, so... We now have RCB, so I want to declare on Upper Egypt immediately. So we can see here, Farfara and Tabanesi are coming in as expected. Beautiful. So, I want to immediately begin a siege right up over here, which we lack access to? Is Upper Egypt different from Upper Egypt? Is this a different Upper Egypt? It is. There are 2 Upper Egypts. Okay. So that's good to know. We have this Upper Egypt off over here, which we can't get to. And then we have this Upper Egypt down here. That's going to be slightly problematic. I wonder if we can negotiate passage through Upper Egypt. They have 8 reasons not to give it to us. Or no, that's the other Upper Egypt. I want this Upper Egypt. Okay. So they gave us military access. So now we would need to come down over here. And these guys, of course, are going to be heading up to here. This is very awkward that there's several different Upper Egypts. Okay. Well, that's noted. And I should have figured that out, but here we are. So, We're going to grab this and then head in and take out Farfara basically immediately, which we are going to have access to be able to do. So it looks like this isn't going to be too bad as far as taking these territories go. So I want to immediately head over to here, and then these guys are going to immediately head up and take their capital. So the idea here is we're going to take large amounts of territory. And yeah, they're going to take some territory up over here. But we're certainly going to take large amounts of territory here from Upper Egypt, Farfara, and Tabanesi, which I'm thinking we'll try to vassalize Tabanesi. But if we have to give something up due to aggressive expansion concerns, then that would be fine. Okay, so this siege is underway. These guys are sieging up here. I don't care about that. They can do that if they like. So that seems fine. We're at 47% right now. We're about to sack their capital. There we go. And that seems wonderful. So now we're going to grab this, and then we're going to grab this. And then we'll see about maybe negotiating access through the Ptolemaic Revolt. They wouldn't give it to us, and I don't blame them, to be honest. I wouldn't give it to us either, to be completely clear here. Well, we'll see what we're able to take here. We won't be able to take this. We'll have to vassalize these guys as well. And I want to head on up over... Hang on. That's in the Ptolemaic Kingdom. Okay. I was going to say, that fort is quite a fort, but no, that's not something that we need to be worried about at this moment. So we're at 72% war score right now. That looks wonderful. And I would love to get access through the Ptolemaics. I wonder if we could do it just through improving relations. We'll give it a go. I don't expect it to actually work. But there's no point in not trying. So this fort is done. Excellent. We can walk down this direction and just see if there's anything down here. I doubt that there is. And at this point, these guys, they may as well come back up over here and try to stop this siege from happening. We'll see if that ends up being a thing. We should call down Esther to assimilate some pops. And we find ourselves at 97%. The other 3% is probably because of Tabanesi. And we might not ever be able to get to Tabanesi. I don't think we will. So we might want to peace out right now. So if we were to do that, this would be Farfara, and we can't take this, of course. But they can become our client state, which we'll do. Okay, now as far as Upper Egypt goes, so they have some territory here that we may or may not have occupied. So I want to take this territory out over here for sure. All of that contiguous territory. And then this up over here, we would make them be our client state. So this will be 23 AE. That's actually acceptable. Let's do it. We can't get Tabanesi because we can't get access through the Ptolemaic Revolt, but I'm fine with this. This is a good game. Done. So that seems wonderful. We're going to bring our forces back home at this point. So we're going to head on back here and head on back to here. Cool. That looks great. And we're going to need to work on some of this territory, of course. We could build roads out over here. To be honest, we probably should. Okay, so we're going to head up over this direction, but it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work on taking over the Ptolemaic Kingdom. Honestly, at this point, this is a very easy thing to do. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So that's absolutely wonderful. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.